Hi everyone, welcome. This is Yvette at iCarlo Design. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come by and check out my channel. Let me put the volume down. There's something going on. So hopefully you guys can hear me well, and we are doing okay with the stream tonight. Let's see. This right here. Okay, we'll be starting in just a second. Sure that everything is running okay on this end. So I advertised that we were going to be working on canvas this evening, but we're actually going to be working on watercolor paper once more. Um, I had an idea for this one particular canvas, but it seems like I've already used it up. So we're going to be working on watercolor, and this is Strathmore watercolor paper, and it is cold press, and this one is 140 pound. So you guys can see that there. So that's what we're going to be working on this evening. This evening is no different than any other of my classes that I've been holding. I do not have one specific thing. All I know is that I'm going to be working on this. We're going to be using some of my Lindy Stamp Gang, which I love. You guys know that. Stencils, and we're just going to go ahead and have some fun here. So give me 2 seconds. Let me go to the computer and make sure that everything's running okay, and we'll get started here. Perfect. So, all right, it seems like everything's working out okay. So let me grab some colors right here. I have pulled out some specific colors that I want to use this evening, and we will get started. So I have taken, this is a flat Fabio by Lindy Stamp Gang, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding this as part of my background. But I want to let you know that you can actually use these with alcohol. I don't know if that's the approved method, but I definitely use them with alcohol. So instead of filling this whole thing with water, what I do is I fill it part alcohol and then part water, mix it up, and it dries up even faster. So that is one way of using these. Let me put that there. So focus. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to grab, and today we're going to be working with mainly flat colors. So we'll be using the flat Fabios for this. Let me pull these out. Okay, hang on 2 seconds here. Today is one of those days where I've been running around like crazy, so bear with me and we'll get this started soon enough here. Okay, so let's see. So I have this stencil from the work, what is this? Yeah, the Craftsman's Workshop. So it's the three ladies that are here, and what's the name of this? It says Flossy 9x12, so I guess that is the name. And let's get started. Pull this one out. I have a particular idea here. We'll see. Kind of like trial and error here. So we're going to figure out together if my idea works out. So let me pull these off. Wow, they're stuck on there pretty well. Look at that. Well, let me snip these off. There we go. Snipping it off seems to be working. And the legs. So I hope you guys have had an enjoyable week so far. It is Wednesday, thank goodness, halfway there. Okay, so I have that girly right there. Pulled her off. And I'm going to start working on my backgrounds. So I am going to pull so sorry about that. So I have some letters here, and I want to do these first. I just want to just put these letters down and kind of spray them around where my girl is going to be. And you guys will see what I'm trying to go for here. So I'm going to take this blue color and I want to do that. And like I said, that color is going to dry pretty quickly here because, oops, that one has alcohol in it. And I just lost my paper towel. Here we go. I'm going to keep that there, and then, oops, I just moved her. There we go. Some yellow around that. And then I'm going to pick that up and see what happens. There we go. It's kind of cool. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to blot her off, blot the stencil off, and put her back on there. So I'm going to try to line this up somewhat to where it was. I think that's it right there. Okay. And then I'm going to come up here with some of these lettering. And some of this. Pull that off. And I'm going to come down here as well and do kind of the same thing. But down here I want to use a green. And I do have a reason for that, so I will show you in a second. There we go. I like that. Okay, and then I'm going to keep her there because now I'm going to continue to layer more stencils. And this stencil is from the Stencil Girl, these circles. And I want to do that. So the first stencil, someone wants to know, so the first stencil I used is from Dilutions. And this is, well, not Dilutions, but the Crafter's Workshop. And this one here is the circle one that I'm using now. This one is from the stencil. So let me see. Let me position my girl back where she was. And I think she's right about there. And I'm just randomly going to go in here and then I'm just going to spray. The majority of this I want in this blue, and this blue is Ocean Breeze Blue, the one I'm using. I'm going to blot that and put this one to the side because I'm probably going to use it again. And this one here is the Crafter's Workshop, and this is the 12 by 12 Belzer design one, and this one is called Tiny Circles. So I'm going to be using this one. Let me get this out. Hey Joe, how are you? Hi everyone. Hey Mary. So I think I want to use this one down here, and I'm going to take my green, and this one is Luscious Lime. So we're going to be using lots of Lindy's this evening. I want this green down here. I like the way that's turning out. Can you guys see that okay? Sometimes I get out of frame and I don't know. No, I didn't make that. That girl stencil that I'm using right there, that is from the Crafters Workshop. And it comes like this. So it's like 3 girls. I didn't make that. Sometimes I do make my own stencils. And if you've seen my previous shows, you'll see that I kind of go crazy and make my own stencils. So, and I also make my own paint. So like for instance, this color here, I love this color. I love teals, and so I make my own paints, my own stencils. Okay, so my girl is still there. Now I'm going to move this aside for a second. I'm going to let it dry a little. It's a little wet, so I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to move it up there. And I'm going to take some seam binding, and I want to color some seam binding real quickly here. And I'm going to attempt to do something that I saw. This is not my original idea, but I want to attempt this because I really enjoyed what I saw. So let me see. I am going to take Plumeria Pink. I'm going to color the seam binding with that. So I'm just going to, and this is in a flat Fabio for you that just came in. I'm just going to crinkle it. Did I order my stencils online? Is that what the question is? Let's see. I'm kind of a little bit away from my computer, so did I order my stencils online? No, I didn't order my stencils online, if that is the question. I got them from one of my local scrapbook shops here in my area. Most of the other stuff I use, yeah, definitely order. So I'm going to take this color and I'm going to take some more seam binding. Let me clean my area up a little. So I don't want to make mud. Okay. Take a little more seam binding. And let me see. I want to use, this Frenchie's, what is this? Pink Puff. And it's like a really nice purpley or lavendery color. See that? It's super rich. Now remember, flat Fabios have no shimmer. Okay, so far we have these 2 colors. Clean up my area. And I'm going to go ahead and dry these a little bit. When I tint my seam binding, I usually crinkle it up in a ball like so. Sometimes I'll take and I will wrap it with rubber band, and I'll just let it sit overnight until it dries. And that gives me a super awesome crinkle. I just love the way that works. Of course, today I didn't have time to do that, so we're going to do it this way. And besides the technique that I'm going to use it for, it wouldn't really matter if it's, I mean, it matters if it's crinkled or not, but it doesn't matter if it's not tight. It's totally okay. So I don't know if you guys have seen a picture that I put up on my Facebook a couple of weeks ago, showing you guys some really cute poppies that I did with a watercolor technique. I'm going to be having a class coming up So you might want to look out for that. It's like a workshop. And I will post it. You guys will have enough time to check it out, see what the materials list is. Or you can buy a kit from me and then it'll be posted. You guys can pay through PayPal and it'll be lots of fun. It's going to be a 3-hour long workshop for you guys. A bunch of techniques on how to use your all of your Lindy's Stamp Gang products that way. That should be fun. Thanks, Sarah. I'm glad you could make it. Okay, I think that's dry enough for now. We'll set that to the side. And I want to, what do I want to do? I want to take, let's see, I am going to take some paint now. And so I'm going to bring this back to the picture. This is where we are right now for those of you that are just signing in. And let's see, I want to take some Summer Lovin' Fun. I'm going to take that color. Okay. Move my girl back to its place right there. Okay, very good. So I want to take another stencil. And this time I'm going to take my circles again. I'm going to put my circles up here and I'm going to kind of stagger them from where they were earlier. And I'm going to add some yellow up there. Throw that. I have a tub that I just throw all my colors in, my stencils. And let's see. Now I want to, here's my old book. So I'm going to take an old book that I have and I'm just going to rip up some paper from it. And if I remove my girl, you can see that she's clearly there in the background. And that's how I want it. Do you see that? It's just, there we go. You can see the silhouette right there. I'm still going to cover her right there. And I'm going to take my paper. And I have a punch somewhere around here. Here we go. So I have this Martha Stewart punch that has leaves on it. And I'm going to cut some of these with this paper. I'm just going to go in there and cut out some leaves with it. A few. Oops. This paper is a little flimsy, so my punch isn't liking it too much. Let's see. So I'm just going to double it up. There we go. We will make it work one way or another. I think that's enough for now. So I have some leaves that I've cut out and they're going to be right there. And I am going to cut out some stems with this as well. And I'm just haphazardly, I'm just going up. And I'm out of frame again, so let me, sorry you guys, I keep going out of frame. Okay. Here goes, I have two. And I think that's good right there. So what I'm going to be doing with this, and actually I think I want to add more color to this one right here. So I'm going to take some of my matte medium and I'm going to go ahead and put this down here. I have my assistant here today, my daughter helping me out. This is hibiscus rose, and I think I'm going to add a little more, maybe to this one. So I'm going to put this aside for just a second, because I just want this color to be a little darker than it is. So let's see. Yes, this is good. Okay, now this is making me super happy. Making my hands happy too. Okay, and instead of wasting this, I have some tags here, so I'm just going to go in. You love the ribbon? That's cool. Yeah, I'm loving the ribbon too. And I'm not going to waste this color because it's kind of cool, so I am going to, and this was hibiscus rose, and this is a flat fabio. So let me wipe this down. And give this a quick dry. Okay. So it didn't take in some areas, and I'm okay with that. So I'm about to twist this anyway, so it'll be okay. Okay, I'm going to set that aside, and while that dries, let me get rid of a little bit of the color in my hand here, because if not, it's going to get everywhere. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my Liquitex matte medium, and I am just going to lay these down right here. Okay. Oh, okay, it's bleeding, so that's okay. It's just going to add character to this. No problem. Let me add it over here to the side. Add this puppy right about there. I think that's good. Oh, we'll be right back. Let's see. Oh yeah, my charcoal pencil. Hang on. I'll pull that out because I'm going to be using it in a little while anyway. So I'll give you the information in just a second. Put that on my water. My stencil to the side. Okay, so I need to add my leaves. I forgot about those. Totally okay. I'm putting it on my hand because my watercolor paper isn't super dry. So I'm just going to add them this way as opposed to going directly onto the paper. Okay, so I'm just getting some of my matte medium here. And I'm just adding those little leaves that I cut out with my punch earlier. You can totally just cut them out with your hands. Just, I mean, cut them out with scissors or your hands. It doesn't really matter. Mixed media projects, there are really no rules. So you can use pretty much anything you want. Anything goes, really. Some flowers here. I mean, some leaves. We're going to get to that in a second. Oops. It's not cooperating with me, you guys. We need some music in the background. Would be nice if I can actually talk to you guys. That would be nice. Okay, and one right there. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get to this. Let's see. Now I'm going to get to my ribbon, and of course it gets tangled, right? And it's not super dry. Let me give this a little more of a dry here, you guys, if you don't mind. Because I really need it to be a little crinkled. Not too much, but I need to dry it a little. Yeah, that would be nice. Actually, now that you say that, who is that, Sarah? Yeah, we can definitely be in the room together. I am going to be doing some classes all throughout the U.S. So if you go into your local scrapbook store and ask the owner about having a certified teacher from Lindy STEM Gang, I can definitely come out there. I'm one of the national certified teachers for Lindy's, and I can definitely come out and visit. So go talk to your local scrapbook store and I can definitely come out. We can do that. Okay. Here we are. Okay, cool. So now it's nice and crinkled. Now, my idea is, hopefully we can make it work. Now, I usually go out and I check different places to see if what came into my head has been used before. And this time I didn't. So if I'm stealing somebody's idea, I'm so sorry. So let's see. So you work for an LSS. Okay. Yeah, talk to her and see what she says, and then just private message me, and we can definitely talk about doing some classes. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this quick dry adhesive as opposed to my glue gun, because this is really hands-on and I do not want to get totally burned. So okay, cool. Yeah, you do that and let me know. Definitely make it work. So I am going to drop a little bit of this right there. And basically what I'm doing is just rolling this like so. You can see. So let's see. I think I'm just going to hold it right there, and then I'm just going to roll. I'm going to go around and make a cute little flower coming around here and add more glue as I go to secure it down onto my watercolor paper. And if you guys are interested in this particular art, I am looking to put it up on Etsy this weekend. So if you guys are interested, you can find my Etsy store on my blog and it'll be there. Okay, so what do you guys think so far? I think this is cute. And I haven't forgotten about the charcoal pencil, so we'll do that in a little bit. And I really like, I'm going to hold this close to the camera, I really am enjoying how, you see how I added the two different colors? So I added hibiscus rose, and I also added, what was the other one? Plumeria pink. And then some areas it's still a little white. So it's giving that variegation that plants usually have. So I really, really like that that's going on right there. Let's see. Thank you. Yeah, I thought about this idea. I've seen kind of a similar background where somebody did a silhouette. That's why I said earlier that this wasn't my original idea, but this flower definitely is. Unless someone else has come up with it, I don't know. But I think this is a really cute idea to use seam binding this way. And I need more glue. Anyway, I would totally use my glue gun, but I really am in fear. I don't want to burn my fingers. I think as crafters and artists, we don't have any fingerprints left. So I'm sorry if I'm out of frame a little. I need to kind of like work with it so that I can twist and glue as we go. And let's see. Thanks, Joe. Okay. Again, my computer's a little bit away from me, so I can't see what you guys are writing immediately. So, here we go. Twist around, make sure that it's down. More glue. And I kind of want my flowers to kind of dwarf my girl because as you can see it's just a silhouette and I'm not really going to draw anything. I may go around her and highlight that but not draw her in. And the reason for that is, I don't know, I'm thinking some quote or something. I haven't really thought about which quote I'm going to use yet, but something about, I don't know, dreaming and finding yourself, or I don't know, something like that. So we'll see. And I think this is good right here. So I am going to go ahead and cut this right about here. And I'm just going to tuck it in. There we go. What do you think? I think that's cool. Oh, focus. There you go. Okay, so let's see. Ustream is sending me a message that says, glad you guys like it. Okay, and Ustream was sending me some weird message, so hopefully they don't start acting up. On this one, I think I made my stem too long, but that's okay. We can work around that. And here's my purple color. So all I'm doing is I kind of put it in one finger and I'm just going around. And I think I'll start this one a little bit lower and it'll be okay. I'm going to add some glue right here. And I'm going to go in there and then just start twisting. Yeah, got glue on my fingers. So let's see. And again, I'm just the same process. We're just going to start rolling our seam binding around itself and just winding it and going around in circle. Okay. Just a little bit longer. What time is it? Okay. Almost there, you guys. This is getting a little clogged, so I'm just going to clean it off. Here we go. And in a second here, I'm going to start filling in my stems with some color, and I'm going to be using some Neo colors, and those are water-soluble crayons. So that's what I'm going to be using for that. And this is coming up, so let's tuck it in there, like so. And let's see. Okay, so this is kind of like watching paint dry, so hopefully I'm not totally boring you guys. You get the concept. I think I'm going to stop my flower about there. I think that's good. And then I'm going to tuck the rest underneath like I just did. Add a little more glue right here. And then with my scissors, I'm just going to push it in underneath. Tuck it in. And voila. We've got flowers, ladies. Okay, so there we go. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take some of my water-soluble crayons. They look like this, and these are Neo Color 2s, and I'm just going to add some to the stems. Actually, this will go onto, I can put this, I want this on the wall actually. So what I would like to do with this, let me take some of this glue off of here, is I am going to go ahead and maybe frame it. I was thinking about selling this one on Etsy, so it would be sold this way and you guys can put it on a frame if you'd like. So I've already made a couple like this, and what I do is I just I either frame it or I put it into these there are these hangable frames, and I get them from this one store. Um, I will put the information up on my Facebook later. I can't remember the name of the store, but it's a really cute frame. And it's kind of like a shadow box type thing, but it's just a V frame. It's really cool. And you could just sit, anything that's 12 by 12 or 12 by 11 fits in there, and it's really nice looking. So let me pick out some greens from here. Let's see. So let me show you. These are Neo Color 2, and I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Maybe not. But they are Karandachi or something like that. I just butchered that name, but yeah. Okay, so I will be adding some of this to my leaves, and it's water soluble. And then I'm going to be adding, this one color here is, let's see, grass green, and this one is light olive. Light olive. So I'm going to come in here with that. And as you can see, I'm not really taking care of the way. I'm just actually just putting it on there, slapping it on there. So, and I'm just going to take some water, and I'm just going to go in there, and I love the effect I get with this. And right there, I've just created my highlight and my highlight and low light. I'm thinking hair. Oh, I'm just creating my highlight and my shadow all at once. Definitely move it around. If you guys haven't tried these, you should. It's lots of fun. So let's see. Okay. I'm going to come in here, and I forgot one. So let's go in there and add some color. And then in areas where you feel like you want more color, you just go in, you just add more. Pretty simple, easy, straightforward. And on this one, I just want to go up in this way. There we go. And in a second here, you're probably going to hear some noise. I have two boys and a girl, and my two boys just got back from their soccer practice. So I usually film in my studio, but my studio is being renovated right now. So I'm in my home. My studio is usually located outside of my home, and today I am working from inside of my home. Okay, so for my stem, I think I want to go definitely green, but I want to add a little bit of a brownish color to that to make it a little darker. And I think I'm going to go with this raw sienna, which is going to give me a little bit of brown, and then I'm going to add the green to it. And then I'm going to go with this green here. I'm going to go dark green. And I'm going to work with that first and see what it gives us. Ooh, and I like it. This is cool. I would usually use one of my water pens, but I don't have it at hand. Like I said, my studio is being renovated, so lots of my things are missing. So what do you guys think? So far, I think it's working well. Then I may want to go directly from my pencil, my crayon, excuse me, and add some more. Like so. And I'm just going to go ahead and dry that real quick. And I think that's good. Okay, so my next step, of course, is I usually highlight or darken with charcoal. So I'm going to be doing that. But first, let me go ahead and dry this. And I think I mentioned earlier that I was going to use a quote, but I don't think I'm going to use a quote. I think I'm going to be simple about it, and I'm going to just use a word on here. And I'm just trying to take off some of that glue that's right there. So what I'm going to be doing is, oh, thank you. Yeah, I really like the way this is coming together so far. But what I'm going to do next is I am going to take the word, I think I'm going to use the word hope somewhere on here. And I need to ground this right here, because you see how my stems are just hanging there, so I'm just going to do something to ground that. And I am going to take I think I'm going to take the word hope and I'm going to put it down here somewhere, maybe, or let's see. Yeah, spring is in the air. I like that. But let's see. I am going to take, what am I going to take? Okay. Piece of paper. I'm going to move this aside for a second. And I like that idea of spring is in the air. Let me try something real quick with these words, and maybe with this word, and maybe I'll do spring is in the air. Oh, I'm so sorry you have snow. That's not cool. I think I'm going to take these French letters. French letter stamp that I have. I don't know. I have two different stamps here. Yeah, no, I think my French letters. I'm going to take my French letters and I'm just going to stamp directly on top of these letters. So stays on. Hopefully stays on, does what it says it does, right? And it stays on. So I'm really not trying to be funny. I'm going to spray these, so I really need the ink to hold. So let's see. Maybe I can get it all at once. Okay. There we go. And I'm just adding stays on to my stamp. Oh, they're stuck. Ooh, pretty. Pretty, pretty. Okay, I might try that archival one. Right now, I have this one, so let's see, I think I have archival ink somewhere. So let's see. Now, my fingers are crossed. I'm going to use my flat Fabio that has alcohol in it, so hopefully that'll make it dry much faster. And actually I'm not. Actually I'm going to go with another color. I'm going to go with, it's going to get lost. We already have all this blue, so if I add blue to this, it's probably going to get lost. So I'm going to use a moon shadow, and this one is in Gossamer Gold. So let's see what happens. We're experimenting together here tonight, ladies. I think that's going to look cool. Let me dry that off. So I just want it stained. Ooh, so pretty, and the shimmer. Oh my gosh. This is why I love my Lindy's, ladies. So awesome. And again, I'm just going to dab some of this off because I really don't want droplets on there. I just want it to be stained. And let me dry that. And I can tell you that it looks pretty awesome. Let me show you. I'll put them on top of a tag so you can see. You see that? That is so cool, and the shimmer is just adorable. I like it. Okay, so I usually don't like to keep you more than an hour because I know time is of essence and it's important. So I am going to add my word maybe like this. Up there. What do you guys think? Or maybe like that. I like that. So tell me what you guys think. I may add some more things on here. Let me see. I am definitely going to grab my charcoal pencil. And my charcoal pencil, the brand is Create-A-Color, and it is soft and soft #1, and it says it's made in Austria, and it's 46001. So that is the charcoal pencil that I usually use. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to outline my flower with it. so. And it kind of grounds things. That's one of the reasons why I like to use it. And where is my paper towel? It's water soluble. So usually what I do is I just take a little tiny bit of water, almost nothing on my paper towel. And then I'll just come around and it kind of dilutes. And I just love the way it anchors your projects down. And it gives it a finished look, and it gives it, obviously it gives it a shadow, so it's just really pretty. You guys see that? There's a difference between this one that has a charcoal and this one that doesn't. Okay. So I'm going to add it to this one. And it's almost like erasing it, but you're not erasing at all. It's just a, and yes, you're so right. Creating does take time. Thank you for saying that the colors look fabulous. I think they do. They work well together. Coming up with things takes time. Sometimes people that do not craft do not understand, but of course we all understand that it takes time, and it's that little process that you have to go through and think about what you want to make. And sometimes I just sit at my desk and then just start creating, and the most fabulous things come up and give it no thought whatsoever. So it's kind of interesting, the artistic process from one person to the next. I am just grateful that I'm able to do this. It makes me happy. And what do you guys think? I think that highlighting looks great. See that? It's going to go in there and work some of it on and off. There we go. I think that's looking good. I think I'm going to spray my letters one more time now that they're dry. I'm going to move them aside and spray them. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and add some more. And again, this was the Gossamer Gold. Add some of that. And let me dry a little bit before I dab it off. Maybe that'll make it a little darker. Those letters are Tim Holtz, what are those things called? Those are, so it's not chipboard, it's the grunge letters. Couldn't remember. Okay. All right, well that gave it a little more depth. Here we go. Move that aside. Here we go. So I am not going to commit to gluing this down. What I am going to do is I'm going to play around with it and see where it looks best. My girly is right here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some charcoal around her. And where did she go? Let's see. So she looks like so. So I'm going to actually put her down and then go around. Go around her. Like so. And then I'm going to go in there and almost erase it all. So, like so. Just to make sure that you know that the silhouette is there, but it's almost not there, if that makes sense. There we go. So, you guys see that? It makes such a huge difference. Huge difference. And again, so that is create a color and it's charcoal soft number 1. I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to pick some of this up. My napkin is not wet at this time. I'm just picking some of the color up with it. And like I said, this is totally water soluble, so areas where it didn't really go all the way through. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper towel and I'm going to take it and swipe it going in like that. See what that's creating? Let's see. Creating a super cool shadow. Okay, so all I'm doing is just little tiny motions going inward with just the charcoal, and it's creating a super cool shadowing effect all around her silhouette. Almost like there's movement with her dress. And I'm going to do the same with the head. There we go. Okay, let me show you that a little bit of a closer look. You guys see that? Oh, come on, focus for me. So do you see how it's like swiping in? It's pretty cool. So for the girl, I used, it's the Crafter's Workshop, and it comes with 3 girls. So there's a large, a medium, and a small. I used the small one. And it's 9 by 12 stencil, right there. And it is it says Flossy 9 by 12. It doesn't have another name, just Flossy 9 by 12. Okay, so I think that is my project for today. I am going to play around with the word hope and see. I might use springs in the air. I don't know. We'll see. And I will just put a picture up later on Facebook. You guys can go there. Make sure that you leave me a comment. There was a winner 2 weeks ago, and I sent her a private message, and she did not get back to me. So we will see if she gets back to me. If not, go ahead and leave me a message on Facebook. And if she does not, then that prize will move on to the next person. All right. You guys have an awesome evening. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate all of you. Have a great evening, and I will see you next week. Next week we'll be having a awesome prize. We're going to have an awesome giveaway. You have to stay tuned for that. Make sure you come and watch the class. Take care and have a good night, you guys. Bye. That was you. You did reply. Okay. Well, I didn't see you reply. Okay. So you'll get your prize. There'll be another prize next week. Make sure you guys sign in. Thank you so much. All right. You guys have a wonderful night. I am so sorry I didn't see your reply, but okay. I'll go ahead and check that out again. You guys have a great evening and take care of yourselves. Until next week. Bye.